Hi everybody, we're back to do parts of a leaf 2. So this is probably self-explanatory, but if you haven't done parts of a leaf 1, you should definitely go watch that before doing parts of a leaf 2, because we already need to have that vocabulary in place before we can learn these other parts. Alright, so if you already know the names of the main parts of the leaf from parts of a leaf 1, then you should be able to look at a leaf picture and tell me, what is the blade? What is the petiole? What is the stipules? And what is the veins, where the veins are? If you can't do that, go do parts of a leaf 1, because we are here with new stuff. Here's my picture of a leaf. We need more precise language to be able to talk about our leaves. So we're going to start with one that was in our last lesson. The blade of a leaf is the spread out green part of the leaf, the parts that are stretched between the veins and do the work of photosynthesizing. This is the blade of the leaf, right here. Okay. The edges of the leaf are called the margin. So if you want to talk about leaves, let's say we want to talk about this one, and I want to say that it's got these little spiky things, I would say the margins of the leaf are spiky. Later we'll get into better words instead of spiky, but the edges of the leaf, the margins, have little grooves in them. Let's look at this one. The margin of this leaf is smooth and actually a tiny bit sharp. The margin of this leaf is kind of in waves. That's the margin, the outside edge of the leaf. The base of a leaf is the place where the blade connects to the petiole. Remember, the blade is the spread out part, the petiole is this little stick thing. The base is where it connects. On some leaves, the base curves down towards the petiole. Same thing here, the base curves down towards the petiole. On some leaves, the base kind of retreats up into the blade. The base is all up in there. Okay. That is the base of the leaf. One more part. And here. The apex of the leaf is the tip. So this leaf clearly has one apex. We can see that as it moves towards the apex, the margins get less serrated, and the apex is a pretty fine point. It forms an acute angle right there. Let's look at this one. The blade of this leaf is wider as it approaches the apex, and the apex doesn't come down to as thin of a point. On this leaf, the apex certainly gets down towards a very small point. I'm not even sure on this leaf where I would decide to say the apex started. I think for me, I would probably just pick this little end part, but someone else might say to here. Who knows? And then on this leaf, it doesn't have one apex. It has 5 main apexes, 5 points. Let's do a little self-quiz on this so you can test yourself. Here are your 4 words. I would suggest that you add them to your journal. You can use this as a chance to practice really lovely handwriting. If you want to do something fancy with it, you could do them in bubble letters or letters made out of leaves or anything interesting. All right, let's try our little quiz. Ready? Here's a picture. Think about those words. Is that the blade, the margin, the base, or the apex? It is at the bottom of the leaf, so that is the base. This is the base of the leaf. Let's look at this one. Blade, margin, base, or apex. This picture shows the whole main part of the leaf. This is the blade. The blade of the leaf is colored in this picture. 2 more. What is this a picture of? Ask yourself, Blade, margin, base, or apex. This is the very tip of the leaf. The very tip is called the apex. Last one. If you're being scientific, what do you call the edges of the leaf? The edge of the leaf, to a scientist, is the margin. When you think about a sheet of notebook paper, the space off on the edge is called the margin on a sheet of notebook paper as well. This word comes up not just in botany, it's also in other parts of life. The margin is the edge. Right. Add these words to your botany journal, and this has been part 2 of Parts of a Leaf. Have a good day, everyone.